What's up, YouTube and DoorDash world? It's Joseph R., the 50-something Dasher, with two consecutive days here of doing a recap video, but a couple interesting stories from today as well. And so I thought I'd go ahead and like I said, 2 days in a row, shoot another recap. Um, so I started out again early this morning. I forget, it was probably about 6 o'clock when I logged in, or maybe it was like more like 10 after or something, because I do remember now I got the first order pretty quickly. And so first order was this 775 IHOP, which oh, and I should mention, because I mentioned in the yesterday's video I was kind of concerned about acceptance rate. I had tanked it. It actually, I said in that video 67%. I actually started this dash today at 66%, so I really kind of tanked it yesterday. So today I wanted to go for it and take just about like every order, unless it was something really crazy stupid. I was prepared, it's a nice day outside, nice day for joyriding. So I was just going to take every order straight up. This one. This one wasn't too bad. Like I said, I'm taking it from home, so you got to factor the 3 miles for that. So let's just say 775, 8 miles. Not terrible, but it is going to have that mileage coming back. It's out of zone, so not the worst order in the world, but certainly not the best. I went ahead and took this. The only problem with this order is this customer, and fortunately I don't run into this very often, but this customer lived on a main drag street, and I didn't see driveways for these houses, and I was concerned like where I was going to park. So basically I just drove up to the next like street that I could turn on and park there, and it ended up not being too bad. The customer was only 3 houses down from that street corner, so it ended up working out okay. So that was the first order. And I'll try to go through these kind of quickly. I don't want this video to be as long as yesterday's video. Sheets, this is when I got back to zone. I immediately got this $6, 3 miles. So, hey, yeah, this works. $2 a mile. And I don't remember anything in particular about that order, but, decent order there. We get past 7 o'clock. 683, 4.7 miles. I'm like I said, I'm taking everything today. So went ahead and took this. And then I got it was probably, I'm not sure, before or after I picked up the order. I probably got the stack. I can't remember because this is early in the morning, my memory. So 717, I'd probably already, no, it looks like I hadn't picked up the order yet because all four symbols are on the screen. So a McDonald's, $4 for only an additional 2/10 of a mile. So I took that, and you see here how the for the McDonald's, the house and the restaurant are right on top of each other. I literally just, and I had this a couple weeks ago with that same McDonald's actually, where a couple weeks ago I picked it up. The customer lived immediately, like directly behind the restaurant. I mean, I probably could have taken 25 or 30 long stride steps and walked to the customer from the McDonald's. And this customer this morning was almost just as close. The other apartment complex, but still like just right across the street. So I basically turned down McDonald's and then an immediate left turn and parked. I mean, I drove. You're talking a matter of feet for that delivery. So that was an easy, super easy $4 add-on to that trip. Um, and like I said, I don't really remember anything about that Wendy's delivery. Here I get another Wendy's. Now this looks really bad on the offer. 7.25 for 12 miles, so it looks bad. It looks like a terrible offer, but this is all with hey. I'm below 70% acceptance. You know, I'm taking orders, and especially if it's all contained in zone, I'm taking an order like this today. And you see here, here's what I did. This is where I was, and I drove in a big, huge circle around my zone. So I start here, I go clear over. I'm in one of my pickup areas. I drive clear across the zone to the other pickup area, and then I drive from there like 3 miles over. You know, this customer was close to my home here. So it's, you know, just one big giant circle, and you know, works for me. Again, the mileage wasn't great for that amount of pay, but it is, like I said, all within zone, so I'm good with it. Then we get my best order of the day. This 2125 Meyer. Uh, and you see here restricted items. Must be 18 to accept the order. So it was three grocery items, which I can't remember offhand what the grocery items were, and then two kinds of medicine. One was like a cold medicine. It's, you know, why this needed ID, and the other one was like for pain reliever, headaches or something. So it's just, you know, just five things, easy shop, and delivered out of zone, but just to the next zone over. You know, it wasn't bad. It's going to a place of business that was right off the main drag. So this was an easy $21. And then while I was out there, I had just dropped that order off, and I was lucky enough to get, or wait a minute, I'm sorry. um, no, I take that, this particular order, I was, you know, it already, I'm confusing it with another order that happens later. But this order, I came back to zone and got this Panera order. Um, Again, mileage isn't great. I took this, and yeah, I might have even taken this particular order even if I wasn't in trouble on acceptance rate. Unless I was at, like, I don't know, in the 90s on acceptance rate, maybe I wouldn't have taken it. But this that customer is just on the outside of my zone, just right outside of it. So this wasn't a bad order. It's a small order, one really light sack, so easy order despite the mileage. Now we're after 9 o'clock. I get this CVS, $6, only 3 miles. So taking that all day long. I don't remember the items on that. Next was a this, and okay, so that the first CVS order, that was before I came home for like a break. I finished this order, the CVS, and then came home at 9:25. Refilled my drink, talked to my wife for a couple minutes, and then so it was about 20 minutes later. little over 20 minutes later, I got this Dollar General order, and this is for this is, I call it our Dollar General. My wife and I's dollar. This is, probably talked about this before in other videos, but this is the closest place of business, well, other than the gas station that's right here on the corner here. But as far as DoorDash pickup locations, this is the closest one to my home here. All the restaurants are about 3 miles. You know, this is only about like not even 2 miles. So I went ahead and took this because it's just down the street, and then the customer is just a little bit down the street from that. So I took it, and it was easy. I get in there, and all it was three monsters, all the same flavor, easy. Um, so then I get another Dollar General order. This is the other one. This is the one closer to the outer belt. So I've dropped off the first Dollar General order, immediately get this one, hiked down to the other Dollar General. 6 items on that one. I think there was but three of them was the same thing. It was 3 boxes of Hot Pockets, and then like some other kind of like pizza, like sandwich, it like a panini type thing. And then some ice cream and one other item. So easy shop there. You know, even though these shopping orders were low paying, they were all easy and not many items. Then I get this a really good CVS order, 11.50, only 4 items, 8/10 of a mile. Um, and this is the order where I've titled this video with the new change that I saw for the very first time was today on this order. So for the first time, and I saw this on 2 of the items, I only screenshotted the second one. First time I've seen this where you have the item pulled up that you're going to be shopping next, and there's these customer notes in the middle of the screen. Now, previous to this ice was a 12-pack of Pepsi, and I didn't screenshot that one, but the customer note said any size of cans of pop for the Pepsi. You can get a 12, 18, 24. And then this one right here, you see it says any bag of ice. And I really like this. I wish that they would have had already been doing this, but this is a really good thing. I think it kind of takes a little bit of the pressure off the Dashers, where you're looking for one specific thing and getting frustrated when you can't see it, and then you go to hit that bottom button there, item unavailable. Man, I hope this customer has substitutions listed for this. And it can get a little bit stressful. I mean, I think maybe other Dashers don't give a crap at all. I don't know, but for me, it can get a little bit nerve-wracking and stressful. And this little customer note thing that they've added here on this screen just takes all that pressure away. So before you even go to look for it, you already see the note from the customer, just get any bag of ice. So yeah, I hope that this is a permanent change and this continues, and I'd like to see more of that on these shopping orders. I hope most of the customers get on board with it. Then I was on this roll. I'd accepted all these orders, and then finally I get a decline. And $8.50 for 17, almost 18 miles. So I wanted to accept it. There was a couple seconds there where I wanted to accept this. I wanted to keep the streak going. I've never, now I'm talking for like a full dash where I try to make my $100. I've never been able to accept every single order yet. And like I said, I wanted to. But I'm not going to Reynoldsburg. Are you kidding me? I'm not going clear out across the whole county over to Reynoldsburg. I'm not going to Reynoldsburg. I'm not going to Pickerington. I get these orders for Jolly Pirates, even going like you see on the map there, Gahanna. I've gotten them for there before. Now I did take one Gahanna trip one time. I was feeling it, and yeah, why not? And I took it, and it took me like 4 or 5 hours to go to Gahanna and back, whatever the heck. And I've got a news flash here. This is a news flash for everybody, and hey, maybe it's just my personal opinion, but folks, Jolly Pirate donuts are not that good. I mean, I'm sorry, and I don't get it. I don't get the draw. You know, it went away. This location, they closed it down. It's probably been, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago, and it was closed for about a year and a half, something like that. And all the residents around here threw a fit. And, oh my God, Jolly Pirate's gone, and yada yada and yada yada yada. And it was forced to come back here. But like I said, I mean, any of the other donut place, I hate to be knocking on Jolly Pirate. I'm sorry for JP fans watching this video. I'm sorry, but I don't get it. And I'll take any other donut place. I'll take Tim Hortons, Krispy Kreme, Amy's Donuts, any of them. Even the grocery stores. Kroger and Walmart donuts are better than Jolly Pirate, in my opinion. The gas stations, I mean, anybody. Now, I'm not saying they're bad and they're like stale and moldy, and I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just saying they're the worst quality donuts you can get as far as I'm concerned. And so you're telling me out in RY, I call Reynoldsburg RY. I call Pickerington since high school. Pickerington is PK, and Lancaster is LA. Well, my brother and I have always called it that. Lancaster is LA because LA is where it's at. But anyway, you're telling me that in RY there's not a better donut shop anywhere around there that you could order donuts from. You're telling me you have to get them from clear across town at Jolly Pirate? Well, I mean, like I said, I don't get it. Now, I'll buy Jolly Pirate myself, usually probably about once every year and a half or so. I'll go there and get like a dozen donuts. But and either one of two things gets accomplished when I do that. Either number one, I remind myself that Jolly Pirate just isn't that good. Or the second thing that could happen is it could change dramatically, and I get it and be like, oh my gosh, this is actually good. They've gotten better. That's never happened yet. Same thing for me with Pizza Hut. It's the same thing. I'll get it like once every 2 years or whatever, and remind myself of why I don't get Pizza Hut. So that was a decline. Okay, then we get this was one of my worst orders. No way am I taking this if I'm over 75%. So that's an automatic decline. But guess what? I started the day at 66. I'm accepting this. And it goes clear up way to Roberts Road area. And I don't like that area. I don't like that exit. I don't know how people live off of that exit and mess with that weird configuration of roads that they got up there, and I try to stay away from there. And but I did the order. I picked that up. I made it up there and made it back to zone safe and sound. I did it. But hopefully it's a long time before I have to do an order like that again. Um, and when I went, this screenshot, because I've done all those consecutive shopping orders in a row, I took this screenshot to show that it had been an hour and 52 minutes to that point since I last walked into a restaurant and started my timer. So I reset this back to zero after an hour and 52 minutes had passed. That was my gap between restaurant pickups. I just thought that was kind of interesting and took the screenshot. Another, not so great order, 525, um, Burger King. I don't have any additional notes or anything about that. Don't really remember much about it. Moving on. Hey, 66% entering in the day. Bring on the minimum pay orders. I'm taking it, baby. 225. I'm on top of it. And the kind of the worst thing about this is let's see, where was I this is the road right here. It's kind of hard for me to see without my glasses a little bit, but I was coming, you see my pointer here, from my previous order. I was coming down here just like this from my last order, coming back to my pickup area. And I don't know, I'm probably about like here when I get the, no, what am I saying? The dots on the frickin' screen. I was right here when I get the order. And like I said, 225, I'm taking it. But I had to pick this up and just go right back, to where I came from. And this particular address always confuses me. There's nothing but homes over here, practically, and I just assume that it's a home. No, there's this. It's like a nursing home that sits in there in this area where nothing else anywhere remotely around there, no other businesses. And I always, it's funny, I get closer into my last turn, and I was like, oh, this is that nursing home. And I've been there like 6 or 7 times before, and this always trips me up, and I always forget this. So I just left it at the reception area. I didn't even get a chance to see this no tipping customer and thank him for the tip. I didn't even get that chance. But it is what it is. And then I get a catering order. This I would kind of classify as a large order. I mean, not really a real and true like catering order, because it was 4 pizza boxes and 2 salads. So it really wasn't a really high valued order. Like that Chipotle order from yesterday, where the boxes were stacked up to the ceiling practically. A little bit different subtotal here. And I hate when I get dyslexic on these orders like this, because in my dyslexia here, I thought the plus sign was on the right hand side and not the left. So I see catering bag and I see the plus sign on the other side. I'm thinking this is a hidden tip. Well, no, it's not. You looked at that wrong, and it was 12.75. 2.75 and $10 tip. Um, but going to, I mean, it was kind of long distance. How many miles did that say? 12 miles. So yeah, it was so that's about as bad of a catering order as you're gonna see. I mean, now I have done one. I In one of my past videos I talked about it. I did a catering order that only paid $2, that went like 5 miles, but it was part of a stack, so I couldn't tell the breakdown. I didn't know when I accepted the offer that I was going to be doing a $2 6 mile catering order. And this is was kind of bad, 1275, 12 miles, all the deadhead coming back. Or I take that back. This is the order that I was thinking of earlier. I take that back. I was out east, and and coming back to zone, and as I was making my way back, DoorDash sends me this Arby's order, picking up east of zone and delivering back into my zone. So on this particular trip, it wasn't. It was just a few miles deadheading, and then I got $5 for most of my mileage coming back. So that worked out pretty good. And then my last order that I accepted of the afternoon, $13 Popeye. This time I read this correctly, and I knew this was a straight up $13. The dyslexia didn't, set in on this offer. $13, 6 miles. So, and I got that just before I delivered, just as I was getting ready to deliver the first offer. So I get this. I think I was actually getting out of the car even when this offer came up, and so yeah, I'll take it. Even though it's a little bit longer mileage, but still, it's $2 a mile. So yeah, heck yeah. I had to wait about probably 4 or 5 minutes inside the Popeyes, but it was no big deal. I kind of worked on my notes here, and a couple things on my going through some things, deleting some things. I kind of stayed busy on my phone, to kind of like while that wait time was going on. And then so this was supposed to be a leave at the door, and I get there, and I don't know, other dashers, you can let me know what you think on this, but it's sometimes, I don't know, it's just a little tiny bit irritating when you're supposed to be doing a leave at the door, but a customer starts walking out to get the order. And especially like a day like today where a young kid comes out to get the order. And it's like, yeah, I mean, this is okay and everything, but still, I wanted to just do my job and set it at the door and take the picture, and because it's leave at the door, and you'd like to stick to the same procedures on something like this, and this is kind of a curveball that you'd rather not see, at least me anyway. Okay, so the kid comes out, and he's probably, I don't know, he's probably like 7 or 8. And I give him the sack, and then I ask him if I could, take a picture. He thinks that he's supposed to be in the picture, and at first, and he was like, why do you need a picture? And I was like, well, it's something that DoorDash, has us do, where you're supposed to take a picture of the order when you drop it off. And so then he understood. And then I asked him to, like I do with adult customers, I asked him to just kind of hold it out, just put your arm out with the sack, I'll take the picture real quick. And I was quick about it. But even I kind of felt bad, because even in that split second, I mean, it only took me a second to take the picture. That's all he held it out for. But his arm kind of hurt, because I didn't think this. sack was heavy at all. I mean, it's not like it was just a chicken meal. It's like a family chicken meal. I don't know. I guess maybe for a young kid the sack was heavy, and he said ouch or something, and so hopefully I don't get I haven't gotten a negative rating yet, or cops knocking on my door yet, or a lawsuit with medical bills for this kid like throwing out his arm. I mean, I don't know. I should have just set it on the ground. Live and learn. I know for next time. Um, but and then I was leaving that, and I was getting kind of tired. I was getting kind of hungry, but I was up for one more order, even though I was over goal. But I got this. I got 475 10 mile Smoothie King, and no thanks. I mean, even I was a couple miles away from the Smoothie King. It's probably about, I want to say, 2 miles. So even if I was sitting in front of it, you're still talking 475 for like six or 7 miles anyway. So it would still would have been a bad order. And at this point right here, I was like, I got to get the car stopped. I got to stop this car, and because like I said, I'm tired, I'm hungry. Decline this, and quickly, as fast as I can, log off the dash. Um, so I accepted today 17 out of 19 orders. So here's the final dash summary. You see there my time, start time, active 5 hours 38 minutes. Made almost the exact same amount as yesterday, $133. In fact, I got my spreadsheet here, and you see, look at that. Yesterday 133.90. Today 133.08. It's almost exact same pay, but what is this? An hour and 40 minutes longer dash to get to that amount, and 2 hours more trip time to get to that amount. Seven more orders. And look at the mileage, almost double the mileage today than yesterday. So it's just, these roller coaster days. It's just, great day yesterday. Today, I mean, money wise, I was over goal and made the same amount of money as yesterday, more, it took more orders, more time, more miles to do it. But hey, that's the name of the game. You got to be okay with that. Um, so that is it for this particular dash for today. I gotta shut this down. I got some other things that I needed to do today. So I'm gonna edit this video and post it. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Hit the notifications if you haven't done already. Check out past videos, and that is it for now until the next video. Thanks again.